I'm hitting it. All right, everyone. All right, Raiders. Welcome back to the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, chief host of the show, and joining me right now is somebody who has finally lost his way of going sideways.
Yay! I am right side up, doggo. It's me, Avera. What's up, y'all?
Finally, a story of how he
Finally.
fixed his icon in 3 parts. Step 1, get an iPad. Step 2, put the icon on StreamYard. Step 3, realize your first photo doesn't look right, so change to artwork.
Yeah, goals.
Yeah. Next up on the show, Inu.
Woo! Or, as my icon, boo! Spooky Inu.
Oof. Nice to have you on again.
Love to be here, man.
Anytime. Next up on the show, Beowulf.
Yes, sir. Jackal of the day, jackal of the night.
Yeah, the hour is how it is. I went forward
Pretty
by
much.
1. And I like to think I held myself up quite well, but no. And last up, joining the panel today is Sparky.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back. So, where do we begin then? What's been dominating the news cycle this week?
China.
A certain
China.
game company has been dominating the news cycle this week.
Yes.
Brr, it's getting cold in here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about none other than Blizzard.
Oh boy.
Yes. And do you know what they've just done that's gotten everybody up in arms right now?
Hong Kong not number 1.
That's right. Just to fill you guys in, the Hearthstone champion Blitzchung, basically, he didn't win the Hearthstone championship, and essentially in one of the interviews he did say, "Liberate Hong Kong, revolution of a lifetime," something along those lines.
Now this is
And,
where
well-
China steps in, because this is some crazy political nonsense going on. It's so
Yeah,
bonkers.
Chung just actually, he was wearing a gas mask and he just opened it up to say liberate Hong Kong, in the other thing in Chinese. So they didn't. So Blizzard just basically took all his stuff away from him for a full year.
Yep, no prize
12
money, no nothing. And on top of that, 2 of the casters for Blizzard, also in support of Hong Kong, were dismissed. And yeah, they also banned Blitzchung for a year.
Well, Blizzard is
year.
trying to appease China because they have a massive market of almost 2 billion people, or 1.5 billion people that live in China. It's insane. So they're trying to cater to that market. They don't want to, they have to play by the rules here. And China is not very happy about these current protests. And then when you have a very prominent player associated with Blizzard talking about these kind of sensitive issues that could, hinder their market in China, it could get kind of iffy.
Yeah, but there was something else I was about to say. It's I can't remember. Yeah, just go ahead, continue. I keep forgetting.
I wonder how the guys are doing in Fullerton.
Oh yeah, the plaque. They had the plaque in the
That's
front
right.
of the building.
In the Blizzard headquarters, they had a plaque that says "Every voice matters."
Oh, that's rich.
Yeah, it's actually the opposite because they're going communist Chinese style censorship on people now.
Yeah, every communist voice matters.
Every voice that we think matters.
Every voice that gets money matters.
Yeah.
It's like we got
Money
to
speaks the loudest.
we got to appease the Chinese government so we get that money.
Well, yeah, it's they're pandering, because there's a lot of people that their company can do business with. Hold on to that.
And there's a lot of customers for Blizzard games.
Yeah.
Well, money talks.
Pandering to the communist Chinese government.
I mean, now I know. This is literally the one thing that Blizzard's done, and they've dug themselves a hole they cannot dig themselves out of. Yeah, but in that sense, there are a couple of things as well to begin with.
Yeah, there's a.
Scotafleck Vedic Man says, every socialist voice matters.
As long as they all say the same thing equally.
But then there was that South Park episode that came out. I think it was the 300th South Park episode.
Oh, well, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that as well. And also, a couple of other things. Matthew says, hi everyone. Are we talking about our new Chinese overlords who I give great respect to and hold no ill will towards? Please don't kill me, China. Oh, I mean...
3,000-year ban.
Yeah, 30,000 at least.
Right? Yeah. And speaking of which, you've seen how that Blizzard, but speaking out about the Hong Kong stuff, Blizzard, they will ban you from the forums for 1,000 years.
Or like getting big trouble by the Chinese police and end up getting put into one of their very own gulags.
Well, I heard if you take a plea deal, you can get banned for 500 years. So that's pretty good.
Oh man, that's great.
You can play your favorite game in 500 years.
Yeah.
As long as you even leave that long.
Well, that's duh.
Well, no, we're gonna be like that cartoon Futurama, and our heads are gonna be in jars like for 1,000 years.
Oh my god.
Hey, cool! I'm finally unblocked. Oh
Nope.
wait, I have to use my tongue to log in. What is this crap?
No.
Well,
If
in
we
12
want to
years,
survive
you're
this thing,
not gonna be around anyway.
shall we go on a quest to search for the serum of immortality to serve out a Blizzard ban?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
that would be one way to do it.
Well, there is something about Blizzard still. That's like something about trying to delete their accounts, but they can't.
Oh, that's right. That's
That's a scary
also,
thing, yeah.
Here's the thing. I'll show it to you guys. This is ridiculous. Now Blizzard is making things more harder for us to delete our accounts, and now we may be required to submit a government-issued photo ID.
And I said,
Now,
I said something on Twitter as well about that.
Because people were mass leaving Blizzard in Horde, so they had to figure out a way to prevent people from leaving.
This is backwards, though. Normally, if you want to join a site like this, they require information from you. Not when you're leaving.
And not when you're leaving require more information than what you're required to, load.
That sounds a lot like New Jersey. You can get in for free. You got to pay every toll to leave.
This is like blackmail, though. This is creepy. Like, oh, you can't leave without giving us your information. Like, what the fuck?
You already have my information. I logged up to your website.
I was like, can Blizzard be taken to court for this? In some jurisdictions, yes.
I don't know. Like, if you want to leave a service that you willingly joined, all of a sudden they're like, by the way, you have to tell us who you are and a photo ID. Like,
actually, some certain snap in the admins said that.
No, but like, okay, so what if you're like, I don't know, 15 and you join Blizzard, and you don't have, a permit or a government ID or whatever, and you're like, oh, well, I want to leave, my account. Are they not going to let you delete your account? Like, how does that even work?
I like this live comment from, I can't see if I can say that, Scotafleck the Main. People mass deleted their accounts in protest, and Blizzard made it impossible to delete their accounts because, well, if people leave Blizzard, it's going to look bad on them, isn't it?
It will. I mean, look, it's already looked bad for them, and I don't know how their PR team is going to fix this up, my dude.
I mean,
I don't know how they messed it up.
This is like Blizzard went and pulled the pin on a grenade and threw the pin instead of the grenade.
All those Blizzard logo memes. All those Blizzard logo memes that came from this.
It's like, don't they see like, okay, like wouldn't rational people see like if people are leaving your website in mass, you make it harder for them to leave to make yourself look good? That's like the opposite of looking good. Like, whoa.
Like my small concern is with the guys that I used to know in Fullerton, California. They used to work for Blizzard. They were, I guess, what did you call them? Beta testers. They would be paid to play games and find the cracks and the glitches. So now, because Blizzard is doing all this, I wonder how bad are they going to have it from their friends, the friends that used to love Blizzard and used to love Blizzard gaming. Is that going to reflect on them now, the people who work for Blizzard?
If they don't have the right ideas, maybe.
I mean, assuming they still work for Blizzard, given, Blizzard is like, you support Hong Kong, you can go through the door because you're not employed here anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Ooh,
saying. Wrong ideas.
Wrong think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had to support China so they could get all the monies.
Yeah, that's pretty much it there. Speaking of Blizzard stuff, also the employees in there have.
Activision is actually going down that door as well as Blizzard is going down that door too.
Activision's just greedy money grubbing.
Huh.
Happy merchants. Let's just leave it at that.
There's something else that you're gonna say, but yeah.
I was about to say that Blizzard, in light of all of this, the Blizzard employees are basically staging a walkout as well regarding, well, what just went down.
Yeah, I
And,
don't know who wouldn't.
Yeah.
The fact that Blizzard is just bowing down to China, it's really kind of sick. Like, this is really going to affect games in the future. Or hell, even people's jobs that like work there, like developers and stuff. They're gonna like subliminally. I think we talked about this last week about the whole Green Deal and subliminal messages. They might, appease China in that type of way,
Yeah.
Sometimes games do that.
Yeah, that Green New Deal and that climate change thing is just stupid in my opinion.
No,
right.
I know.
No, that's
but I'm
neither
saying,
here nor there. But
Yeah,
the thing
I'm saying
is,
companies will get on board with this, just like what Blizzard is
Listen,
doing now with the whole
Change
China thing.
weather. What are you doing?
I don't know.
yeah. But anyway, in that sense, though, there's some good news. I do like to say that there is some good news if you are Blitzchung, the winner of the Hearthstone competition, because and I'd like to know this is a good gesture because a game developers of Gods Unchained have promised to pay Blitzchung the rest of the prize money.
Huh. Wow.
Yes.
That is a statement.
That's right. And I mean, and I'd like to promote God in that sense. I would actually like to promote Gods Unchained. I mean, I've just basically been made aware of the game, seen a few bits and bobs playing it, seen one of our members play it. Let me just say, if you're basically missing out on the Hearthstone stuff, this might just be the alternative you need to play.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's free to play. You do need an invite to get in, though. But in that sense, though, I may know a few people to maybe be able to get you in that. So.
Yeah, they should sponsor us. Sounds good.
Yeah. Raiders team for Gods Unchained.
Yeah. Let's make it happen.
Oh, and the best part is I'm happy not just because they're doing this though, but I'm also happy that the developers are Aussies.
Yeah.
Oh, they... Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But you know what though? You know what's currently lit as well, or what's going to be lit? BlizzCon 2019.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I expect to see a bunch of pro Hong Kong people just show up.
Dude, what does freaking Blizzard expect at this point?
All they had to do was not say anything. That's it. Okay, so he made a tweet about Hong Kong. You know what? All they had to do was not make a big deal out of it. Now they like you said, they dug themselves into a freaking hole. Like, what are you gonna do?
They dug themselves into a hole and hit a water main is what happened.
Ooh.
Ah. Oh.
So it's going to be a very slow, painful death for Blizzard, I have a feeling. Also, we'll basically get to come back to this in a couple of weeks and give a referendum on what happens at BlizzCon.
I
Rest
know.
in
We will.
pieces.
Look at this. People in light of all these Chinese protests, one, they plan to dress as like Winnie the Pooh.
That's
Yeah.
like the meme of this like past 5 years though. They've been referencing that all over the place on Twitter.
That is so funny.
Like some of them
Exactly,
are
man.
very funny.
Like the cosplay competition, the winner of this cosplay competition goes to
Winnie the Pooh.
What are all the actors? Winnie.
You know what's funny? In China, they banned Winnie the Pooh.
What?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that? Okay.
No.
Any memes in relation to Winnie the Pooh is no longer allowed in China.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one of the.
Wasn't Winnie the Pooh banned because the fat leader of China looks like him?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Basically.
Xi Jinping.
You're saying
much.
mean
Winnie the
things, so
Pooh.
I'm not gonna let you say mean things because it's not funny, but no fun allowed.
That's like banning Pepe, like because he's an anti-Semitic symbol or some nonsense. Like, what?
Yeah, but now the good luck with that though. Pepe is now the symbol of Hong Kong.
Oh, God.
Yay!
That's crazy.
Yeah. In
Pepe
much the
has
same way
became
now,
a
in
sim-
protest of this though,
Pepe
the
has
Overwatch
became
character
a-
Mei is the symbol of Hong Kong. They've now turned Mei. Yeah.
Pepe is now a symbol of democracy in Hong Kong.
That's a really scary thought, to be honest. If an anthropomorphic frog meme from 4chan is a symbol of democracy, what the fuck timeline even is this?
I saw someone today, and it was at a Trump rally protest. It was on Twitter, and it was like people in where I don't even know where it was, waving Chinese flags while people in Hong Kong are wearing American flags, waving American
I saw
flags.
that, dude. Yes, I saw that same post. They were saying that, like these communists in the United States, I think they were referencing like a university. They're saying like the same people, the same age, are protesting the same or like different things, but like one wants communism, the other's trying to escape it, and they're like waving each other's flags. It was a weird thing, like this dichotomy,
Well, you know how we could solve this? Just exchange people.
Yes.
Just ship all the people who want communism to China
Yeah, they could live there. That'd be fun.
or North Korea.
Or Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Yeah, that too.
But that's not real communism. You don't know. It's never been done right.
Well, how would you do it?
How about we send the ones that say that's not real communism?
ones
How
that
about we
do-
just send them the gulag?
Yeah, the ones who say that's not real communism are basically too brainwashed in their own indoctrination efforts to realize that they're wrong.
Off the gulag now. Off the gulag.
Yeah, back to the main point though about Blizzard is not the only company that's been doing this. As of very recently too. Like apologizing to China or trying to like bow down to them. Yeah, obviously Hollywood already does this, but it's been getting pretty crazy, especially recently with the rising tensions, with the trade war.
Yeah,
and all that.
I saw another meme on Twitter.
Oh,
Of
yeah?
course, Twitter is like meme central anymore. But it was like a businessman walking with a briefcase into like the Chinese Forbidden Palace or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One second.
And he had all these
introduce
insignias on his
another
briefcase.
latecomer. Sorry,
we got
I
another
had
one.
to bring you in this late, but hey, how you doing?
I have beer. I'm happy.
Wonderful. We're talking about China.
China.
And go ahead. So you found this meme on China, like a man with a briefcase. Dude, the only memes I've seen on China is like I saw this one Ben Garrison meme of basically Winnie the Pooh performing a slam dunk.
Is this gonna turn? Is this gonna turn into the EU banning memes, and then we just turn China into a meme this time instead of the EU and get China banned in China?
That is memeception right there. China banned in China.
Yeah,
This is what I'm
We're-
talking about.
We're also trying. There was also one trying to make like the supreme leader of China saying, "Hey," or no, they want to make the supreme leader of China a symbol of democracy, so they have to ban him, which I think is really funny. But that's also funny. I didn't see that one yet.
This one was basically brought up to me, and now, yeah, all of this is just basically in reference to the NBA thing.
We lost the candy corn.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Candy corn's back.
No, I'm here. I'm alive.
Oh, cool.
Candy corn. When did that nickname start?
He is the candy corn doggo.
Well, gee, I don't know.
Since the inception of his character, or when hence he posed with a plush of candy corn, probably.
When hence.
I'm gonna turn off.
Because I don't know when that picture was actually taken, but when it got posted, that's when I first thought of candy corn doggo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have stereo spread off mode off while I'm on here, so my voice is
So
not
anyway,
bellowing over yours.
just to catch you up as well, hey, Voltage.
Yeah.
What did you think of the whole, what Blizzard pulled off? Just as get your kind of opinion on it.
I just, in all honesty, think it's just a greedy corporate trying to maintain a majority on a market, and the rest of the market is sitting there saying, "Well, fuck you too."
Yeah,
I think it's in everyone's. This is the point where cancel culture has its benefits. So,
right.
Wait.
oh
wait,
my god, and
what?
it's upside down dog.
Nope. Avira is no longer straight up. Go back to being a sideways fursuit head.
Wait, what? Am I upside down? What am I
Yes.
doing?
No,
wrong?
you're right side up for Jolt, at least.
Oh God.
Nigga.
Just basically take your laptop and turn it upside down. Everything will work
forget
out.
Forget it. Whatever.
Oh, here's a little
Probably
funny.
has
If somewhat
probably has
edgy
his-
live comment.
he probably
There's the
has his
guy
iPad on the wrong
says-
direction.
What's the saddest fictional deaths you ever saw? The students at Tiananmen Square.
Oh.
Oh, that's... Oh.
Careful with that edge. You might get banned in London.
Oh, well, he's Irish.
Oh.
Don't compare the Irish to the. I am majority Irish, and I will not be compared to some stuck-up Cockney fuck. Even though I don't actually know where the Cockney accent comes from. It's London, I hope, right?
Whoa.
No.
Well, you seem to have
But
strong
there's-
opinions about something I don't know.
It's just
Welcome
Cockney
to
accent
Alcohol.
stereotype.
Yeah. So, anyway, though, we're going to continue talking about China because there's been there's been two big things that have been going on. How many of you have recently just watched the latest episode of South Park?
Oh,
I haven't watched the 300th episode of South Park yet, but
Yes, that
I
episode was
want to
titled
watch it.
Banned in China.
I want to watch it because people have so many positive thoughts about that show, saying it's the best
Yeah.
one they've got.
So
so
basically, after the Banned in China episode mocked Hollywood for shaping its content to please the Chinese government, Beijing has responded by deleting all clips, episodes, and discussions of the Comedy Central show.
The fact that this episode is called Banned in China and they fucking banned it really goes to show you that it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Double win.
See, the
Well,
thing
it's-
is, you don't have to be intelligent to understand what's going to happen with something like this. You just have to be smart enough to understand that you're going to pull like the greatest, basically, heist in the history
the show,
of internet heists.
well, the show did have like a bunch of people in it, like they get on the plane and stuff.
South Park makes fun of every nationality, every religion, everything. Like they don't care.
They get on the plane, and it shows the creator of South Park, I think, is one of the characters in the show.
That's
Then
why
again-
South Park is great.
And
They hit everyone,
they,
regardless. They just hit everyone.
Yeah, they hit
Then
everyone
they,
below the belt as hard as they physically can.
Then they have like other characters that basically people that bowed down to China, like Disney, Marvel Cinematic Universe, the NBA.
Yeah, but the thing is, when it comes to China, they ban stuff like this because it's like blatantly against the law in their country to criticize the government. So they don't want people seeing this because they don't want people to criticize the government or think this is a good thing to do. Which is
And
really
yeah,
scary.
the main character. The main character actually talks bad about China, and then Mickey Mouse gets angry, he starts cursing him out, and then he gets thrown in one of those those concentration camps.
Oh, he gets taken to North Korea.
No, he gets thrown in a Chinese prison, which is
West China.
You completely missed the joke.
It's a Chinese version of a Russian gulag.
I can see you missed the joke, so I will not attempt to elaborate.
It's basically just welcome to the rice fields, but censored over with the word West China. If that makes any sense, which it
Ooh.
probably doesn't.
Western China, what you mean, like Tibet?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, sure. The Chinese mafia are listening. We
Aw,
love the
shit.
Communist Party. Hooray for the people!
You to
This is the only appropriate time to say Ching Chong, your religion is wrong. Because religion is banned.
Yeah,
Banned.
they're a bunch of godless heathens.
Loads
yeah,
and
Not
Jesus
necessarily
religion.
banned. It's more traditional religion than anything, because Shinduism and stuff like that exists in China.
Is it wrong of me
Yeah.
for having a guilty pleasure of Chinese food?
Yes. How
Who
dare you support the
doesn't?
communists?
My guilty
Damn it.
pleasure is American
No, I was-
Chinese buffets.
I have Taiwanese food.
Oh,
Not
we can't
Chinese
mention
food.
that because they're not Chinese.
No,
No,
they
no,
are fake China.
No,
All right,
they're the
guess what?
legitimate government of China who is exiled
Kylo,
by bigger
well,
army diplomacy.
Guess what? It's Hong Kong buffet
Well,
instead
how
of
about-
China Garden.
How about Kylo Ren flying from South Park all the way to China?
What?
Kylo Ren on that show. He was in the aircraft with the NBAs and those characters from the Marvels as well as Disney. And
Yeah.
there's Kylo Ren is in the background and trying to pick a seat on the aircraft, and it's like, yeah, he's going to China as well.
Well,
I get
I
it.
guess that has relevance to like when China was. I don't even know. Like Disney always changes their script to like appease their government, so it's like they can show the
Yeah.
movie there and actually make profit.
But yeah, they can show the movie because the movie is only 32 minutes long instead of 96.
Oh. Yeah, they should get rid of
We
everything.
don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
They
Nobody-
just delete like
No.
90% of the movie, and it's like, oh yeah, this is a
Star Wars
movie you
Last
can
Jedi.
watch.
Yeah, because Star Wars: The Last Jedi did kill the Star Wars franchise.
The Chinese censors when they see anything Western.
Basically.
Remember,
I'm
that,
sure
there was a
oh,
meme,
well.
remember the meme around like when Western imperialist camera shows a proper picture of the Tiananmen Square, but Chinese camera 5,000 times image touch up when nothing happened.
Just so you guys know, though, a lot of the thing that an example of Hollywood like censoring things or pandering to China is when in The Last Jedi, they had a Chinese character who went on a mission to destroy the economy of capitalists. And they remember that?
That's
Like, come on
totally
now.
not cheating.
That's totally not blatant pandering to. I mean, come on now.
The
Gotta go
last
defeat them
the,
capitalists.
the Last Jedi was considered the movie that killed the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah, the Chinese government loved it.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Mm,
But anyway, to get back to the whole what's it called, the whole track about South Park, have you read the apology that writer Matt Stone sent, quote unquote apology from Trey Parker and Matt Stone? They said, like the NBA, we welcome the Chinese censors into our homes and into our hearts. We too love money more than freedom and democracy. See, doesn't look just like Winnie the Pooh at all. Tune into our 300th episode the Great Chinese Party in China. May this sort of be good now, China.
So this is them trolling the government of China.
Your ban went from temporary to permanent. No one is allowed in. None of you are allowed in China. You will all be shot on sight.
Two things. One, I too type up my apologies in Notepad and then screenshot and blast it out on Twitter. And two, half of your speech was robot, and I need to start learning robot.
Oh yeah, your voice is a little bit difficult to hear at the end. But basically, this is the guys from South Park saying, we love China and all of everything, and you should watch our new episode. And that's the episode where they totally shit on China, which is amazing.
Just at that last frame of the apology, there's just this clicking of a revolver.
So basically, the guys from South Park don't care at all. They don't.
I don't think they cared for the last 10 seasons.
I don't think they've cared for the past 10 years.
Yeah, no. Other than that, though, a couple of live comments. Daylight says, "Hey, hey, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the show so far." Couple other little things.
Yeah, but also, South Park has did that before, like tackled political stuff, which makes me think that they might be conservative.
No, China.
That makes me think Trey Stone and Matt Parker. It makes me think Trey Stone and Matt Parker are probably conservative because the way they.
I don't know about the South Park politics, but they just shit on anybody they really feel like.
They're more on. I'm actually in a Truth and Lies political class right now, which is just stupid ethics class. They are what we would call a truth teller. Someone on the sideline outside of the political realm who is just shitting on everyone with truth.
I love it.
Precisely.
Guys, I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
I don't know what season it was. It was one of the earlier seasons, but if you want to die laughing, the one episode that killed me, absolutely destroyed me, was Woodland Critter Christmas.
Nice.
Does anyone remember that one?
Cricket.
No, I can't
Yeah,
say
pretty much.
Do they have an episode where
I
they?
watch a lot of South Park, but when they do,
Look up Woodland Critter Christmas. It was all of the animals became demonic and were waiting for the birth of the Antichrist.
Oh my god! What?
It was great.
The only
Especially furries would love it because furry garbage, and we're all furry garbage.
The only thing I remember animal related from South Park is, oh my god, it's charging, and then you're legally allowed to fire a javelin rocket at them.
Yes. It's coming straight for us. Shoot it.
Fires a javelin anti-tank missile at a deer.
No, but seriously, all the animals in South Park, they were waiting for the birth of the Antichrist, and it happened.
That sounds kind of hot.
It was great. Woodland Critter Christmas. Look it up.
That sounds like a Halloween special.
They did tackle social justice in another older episode, though.
That's probably the outrage culture and the cancel culture.
anyway. Anyway, just before I continue on, I have a picture of the real candy corn that was just sent to me.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is right.
Aviator is just sitting there, just sweating and patting himself with a towel, like
Oh,
oh,
okay.
what the fuck is that? Please no, that's not what I think it is it? Tell me it's not.
Did you put that in a?
No,
Can you put that in a?
no.
Can you?
My
you put-
eyes.
This is a lollipop, everyone.
Can you
This is a
put that
I
in
don't-
a grenade
I-
launcher can you put that in a grenade launcher and basically shoot it and break something with it?
I was gonna say
Weaponized
mortar,
candy corn.
but
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so
Let me
that's
break it
just a
with
lollipop.
those
You can buy it.
weapons.
You know, it's fine. It's all good.
Everything's
sugar.
fine.
Yep, it's fine.
All I see right now in my head is the sweating
Well, I've seen-
Aviator from the hate art last week.
Oh god.
It's like everything. This is fine. It's just
No,
allowed.
there's no proof of this. I have a sign.
Oh my
All I
God.
see now is me getting one of those and putting it in something that kind of like a rocket launcher
Duh.
or a
That
grenade launcher. Just
I
shoot
do
it
not-
accidentally. Shoot it and accidentally fires and hits glass somewhere, and I hear glass breaking. Like, oh,
I
bro,
do not
someone
agree
did
with
that.
your analogy for a butthole, but okay.
This is a Christian server, by the way. We don't talk
Exactly.
about such things.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about launching that candy corn
I
thing
know,
and
I-
accidentally breaking someone's window. Like,
No.
look at the people that made
Actually,
it.
no. Before you do that, you have to
Window.
say before you fire it off. You have to say yeet every single time you do it.
Oh my God.
Huntenplan. Yeet. This bitch empty.
No.
Well, I won't be able to
find
say
a
yeet, and
handful.
I'm gonna have to pay probably $500 just to replace some neighbor's window because I broke it.
I don't mind a handful of candy corns from Halloween trick or treating, but the only time I'd have anything mixed is I want the gummy bears that are treated with the Absolute vodka. I want vodka
Oh.
gummy bears. Maybe we can do that with vodka. Vodka candy corns.
I have tequila. If that
I like
helps.
the part where they blow up.
No. Like candy corn infused vodka.
I'm
Drink.
sure that's a thing. That's got to be a thing.
That's a thing almost every night, anyways, because you drink vodka, anyways.
While we're on the topic
Maybe.
of vodka.
And
What?
it's
Oh
so
yeah.
fitting because vodka is so Russian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Guys.
yeah.
Pierre is about to jump
What?
through his microphone, demanding that vodka.
He needs to be orange. It's got to be orange, the vodka. Anyway, to get back on the track, there is one last thing about the whole China thing that's also been on the news cycle. NBA has yes.
oh boy,
Oh, wait, I think it was the Capital One Arena, right?
they threw people out for saying free HK.
Yeah, the Houston Rockets in trouble with China over a pro Hong Kong tweet from the general manager.
Oh, I have not heard about this.
Whoa.
Someone
Right.
someone also had their microphone taken from them trying to voice their own opinion on something.
I saw a story where a couple fans had like posters that said "Free Hong Kong," and some executive guys came up to them, took their signs away, and walked.
And then a little bit later, security showed up and threw him out.
Yep.
That's the one that I was talking about.
Yeah, isn't that sick?
Just to reiterate on this though, the Houston Rockets have apologized. Bad move. No, never. Do not.
Time to go
Do
to
apologize.
not apologize.
No, apologize to
Do
the
not back
fans.
down. And yeah, and because of this, because of what they said, those freaking
Time to go
China
to war
basically-
with China because they're infiltrating our companies.
look. The thing is, the Chinese broadcasters withdrew the Rockets games from the airs. Sponsors abandoned them, and so on. And
Like what I
Yeah.
said, like what Like what I said is like let's go to war with China because they're taking over our companies.
No, we don't want war. We want peace. Do things in other ways. Last resort is war.
You know what I find very amusing though about these sports companies and their
Do
democracy.
the same thing we did with Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
No,
Just
it's like it's
just
okay.
end the
Like,
war.
look at what
Just
happened
give
with the
up.
whole kneeling for the national anthem thing, like expressing your opinion. Well, I guess they don't want fans to express their own opinions if it compromises their advertising deals in China. That's kind of sick, actually.
Yeah, NBA did kneel for the American national anthem, but they stood up for the Chinese national anthem.
And standing, and NBA standing up, for the Chinese national anthem. That thing right there, that's Babylon Bee stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, did they really do that? I mean, honestly.
Oh, the Babylon Bee will go there.
No, but like to
That's
be
why I
honest
love
though, it would not surprise me if that actually did happen in this fucking clown world we live in. Like, it makes sense.
You must kneel for the American anthem, but must stand up for the Chinese one.
Yeah, I can see that.
What a clown means.
What are you, racist against Asians?
Can we just put like all these companies just require them to wear clown masks?
Only thing I'm going to say about this is...
Yes.
Only thing I'm going to say about this is, you know what? I am thankful that I live in a country where you're allowed to express some kind of opinion. If you want to kneel and not do the national anthem, okay, you're free to do it. You're free to bring the shame upon yourself. Congratulations. Because you're living in a country that's free. You're living in a place where you're allowed to do things where you get shot at in other countries.
Shot at you wouldn't just be shot at, you'd disappear.
No.
So what happened? What
I love
happened to
America.
Frank? Jesus, what happened to Frank? Who's Frank? I don't know.
In China,
What are you
you'll be
talking
thrown
about?
in the gulag.
And your family history would cease to exist as if you never were ever born.
Thank goodness for free country, for freedom. Thank you for everything.
What?
You know what? You want to kneel? You want to take a bow? Go ahead. Bring the shame upon yourself. That's the way I see it. Because you're disrespecting America. You're disrespecting your home. This isn't. You know
Yeah,
what?
but
I'm shut up before I get in trouble.
I have a T-shirt for this that shows an American flag, and it says, "If you don't like it, I'll help you pack."
I love that.
Yeah, this is the thing though. China's doing this though. Like, China is, they're.
You don't like it?
Rights.
Hello, slave labor camp. Yeah.
Yeah, see how your fantasy works out for you.
It sounds like China.
You hate
If
Americans
you don't
much.
like our government rules, we're gonna put. If you don't, China's like that. It's just, if you don't appease the government, they'll just put you in a slave labor camp.
No, dude, they just have their hand in everything. Like media, sports, games. Like, it's getting crazy. Pretty bonkers.
See what happens when you control all manufacturing from everywhere at all? Or everywhere?
Everyone wants to appease you, is what happens.
Time to rise up, Americans, and start working in factories again.
Manufacturing is actually the largest growing job industry in the United States right now.
Yes, but it's automated.
Still, I mean, it'd be great if we could go back to isolationism a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit.
Great. That would be
The horrible
great.
part is that every single microchip processor in America is made in China. So what the hell are we supposed to do now?
Recycle.
Yes.
Yeah, just like we did the old days when we were kids, we have to watch those educational videos telling us to recycle.
Like
Yes.
your computer, your car, your telephone,
The
your
teacher in
toaster.
4th grade would put a VHS tape in the VCR and in us a video telling us to recycle.
You see that motherboard and that computer from 1995? Yeah. Recycle that son bitch.
I
Give
mean,
back.
if you burn off all the plastic, you could probably actually make like $10 on the gold that's in there.
Yeah.
Fuck the gold.
I
Get
mean,
the
it's a
copper.
way, yeah. And then
Gold
once you
is
had
like-
enough, it adds up.
Copper is the new gold in terms of precious metal, man. Because it's
So-
so useful.
You know, it's a really cool idea, though. What if we had like a country that has very little regulation when it comes to labor laws, and we had like slave children who just
Yeah,
make these
CO
products for us for like cheap? Wouldn't that be
Vietnam?
Well, yeah, China.
Do it.
CO2.
I mean, the thing is, in America, everyone wants $15 to flip a burger, let alone make intricate electronic components.
I'll make $15 flipping a burger when the firemen and EMTs are making quadruple what I'm making.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, that doesn't exist. Everyone has to get at least $15 an hour. That's what liberals
What
want
I
you to
was
believe.
gonna say is CO2 is less harmful than a soda can sitting on the side of a ditch.
Oh jeez.
What?
Yeah.
Carbon dioxide.
Right.
Nope. That's too climate change. Anyway, there's one last story that we'd like to cover as well, and this one is a little bit of a weird because this is something that reads like a satire.
Yeah, to me, yeah, but you said something that climate change. I was like, yeah, the climate change has been happening since the beginning of life on Earth, and people like
Right.
bitching about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. We'll talk more about that another time. But for now, here I present to you the third item, which is a satirical mascot-like story. The Daily Cardinal. Bucky Badger comes out as a furry. Jesus.
What?
Look at that.
He what?
Now,
Oh,
here's the thing. Guy was doing mascot stuff and is like, this is my Sona. I can't be anything else. This must be my Sona. And then the team's like,
Somebody must have gotten to him and be like, hey, there's a fandom culture that dresses up in suits like that? And he looks at it, sees the Anthrocon and all the fursuiters like, yes, this is where I want to be.
basically,
right.
that's basically
I'll
exactly
read
what it ended up being.
That's hot as balls.
Now,
I'll read you the
I-
I'll read you the whole article.
okay.
Like last week, blah blah blah. News no one wanted to come out. Bucky Badger is in fact a furry. During a recent interview with the Big Ten Network, Badger decided to come out. At one point, the line between mascot and furry became muddled. I realized that this wasn't just a shitty hobby I picked up so I could get attention from drunk students at football games, but that Bucky Badger was my persona.
Okay, no. See, that's backwards. No, that's
It's-
not okay.
Look, I get it. I get
What
it.
a
It's
degenerate.
satire. This when I first read it, it reads like a satire. I
I know.
get it.
Is it real though? Like, is this actually really happening? Like, bruh. Because what happened? Like, I'm sure you guys have probably seen this before. Like, whenever you talk to like furries and stuff, a lot of them say that either their favorite holiday is like Halloween or something, or a lot of furries really think that being a mascot would be a fun idea to like do. So I thought this is like a classic case of that happening, where he, a furry who gets a job as a mascot happens to, adopt that character, which I think,
Right.
would make a little bit more sense than him just discovering it like that and then adopting like a team's like thing for his own. Like that's not how it works.
That's copyrighted material.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I mean, you could literally just copy paste and put that onto a Badger Sona, and you'd be perfectly fine
This is
Yeah.
true.
because that's
So-
like a stereotypical Badger look.
Next line
Degenerates.
in the article. Reactions from Madison students so far have been mixed. While furry constant the furries abbreviated Wolf has commended
God.
Badger's courageousness, other students weren't as accepting. I just
Wait,
don't understand why
what?
Bucky would feel the need to confess this. I won't ever be able to look at him the same way, said sophomore Jessica Walsh.
Can I just say how great that name is for the Wisconsin guys? Like, damn, they capitalized on that. That's impressive. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I just wanted to address that.
Next at 11 is degeneracy on the rise.
All right.
Mascots confessing to being sexual degenerates.
Oh God. Yes.
I mean, there's only like 30 animal freaking mascots in every sports division. So I mean, it's bound to happen sometime.
My persona is Gritty.
Yeah,
Does
we'll
anyone
get.
know who
Don't
that
worry.
is?
Yeah, no, not Gritty. But let me get. But I got something for you after this. Next line. Around the nation, fans have been burning Badger merchandise. A student-led fire was raged on Bascom Hill following the news. Who knows what the hell a teach me how to Bucky shirt means now? Asked Brad Miller, one of the fire's main organizers. Is it something sexual? I can't have my family think I'm caught up in some weird fetish group. I might have to transfer schools. Screw you, Bucky. You ruined UW-Madison for me.
All right, this isn't 2002 anymore. Like,
this
what
isn't
the fuck?
1999.
Like what even is?
Fascist?
This isn't like this. Legitimately, this isn't 1999. Like, if a family sends you off to university, they expect you to come back weirder than crap. Especially in today's world.
Yeah.
See, oddly enough,
And
I went to university kind of just not really in the furry fandom anymore. And then I came back like going to a fucking furry convention.
Nice. But yeah. I mean,
Well, yeah, as a college kid, you're too broke to actually go anywhere.
Yeah.
Who said I went anywhere? I just drove up there for the day.
Oh, fun fact: the mascot for my college that I went to is an eagle, and he has a legit like full body eagle suit, and I got a picture with him like my first day at school. I gotta find the picture and show you guys. It's amazing.
Did you show him your
No, I didn't.
That would have been fantastic.
What about Jeffrey's graph?
Should have went up to him in your suit and says, "Yeah, I'm candy corn.
Oh my god, no!
Mine looks better."
Yeah.
I have a more original color palette."
Now, yeah, he was just like a generic eagle with like our school colors as like a
look.
t-shirt.
Because I know mascot.
I would like to see a bird sona get a picture with him. Like one of the legitimately nice ones.
Oh
just
yeah.
Compared to mascot.
I know. I
Yeah.
got the candidates for it. Anyway, though, honestly, this satire thing literally raises what did they mean by this? I know. It's funny.
Is it satire though?
It is a satire. Even the Daily Almanacs, they even
Okay,
wrote themselves
okay.
that it's a home for satire.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought this was a
Yeah,
real
and
thing.
it's like it's so funny. It gets down the whole point of furries, right? Like like is it a fetish? Like why do I have to come out of the furry closet? Blah blah blah. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, this is
Wait,
Furry
wait,
closet.
You guys have closets?
Yeah, like freaking, like look at the YouTube and see like the day I told my parents I'm a furry.
Ma! These guys say they have closets. Why can't I have one?
Oh yeah. By the way, but personally, my parents don't give a shit.
Okay, because I was unsure if that article was actually satire or if it really happened, because it would kind of make sense if it did happen. Like, that's the thing that I can't even fucking tell.
Yeah, but remember, like they said, freaking burning badger merchandise of the mascot.
Okay, yeah, a little bonkers there, I suppose. But,
Yeah. But anyway,
wow, though.
I guess the next thing you said, like Voltage, you brought up the whole, your mascot, right? Gritty.
Huh? Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it on a past show like a year ago.
Gritty's a
guess-
squeaker.
Yeah, and guess what? Like, remember, we covered at one point that Gritty was Antifa.
Yes!
Hashtag not my Gritty.
I was on that one.
Hashtag
you were?
not my Gritty.
I'm pretty sure I was.
Oh my god. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
And the funny thing is though, and now Gritty's people, inside of their whatsoever irrelevance or so, they have just elected to give people a room to break stuff for fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
90% certain I was on this one.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I forgot that. The Flyers have this fan rage room thing, and I don't really know if you need like a ticket for it or if
Yeah,
if,
they do. It says
okay.
the Flyers charge $35 per person or 60 for two for 5-minute raid sessions, and will let up to 14 fans who game try their best at high sticking.
I don't know like how they could possibly break even or make any money on that.
It's one of those things, like, there's, like, rooms and stuff all over the U.S. that basically allow you to go in for, like, $50 an hour or whatever and just trash it. The thing is, they basically go to, like, thrift stores and buy stuff at, like, 2 cents.
Recycling
You
centers.
mean going in the middle of nowhere and just blow up a porta potty just for fun?
How about we super
That's called
glue?
tannerite, sir, and that's also called putting, like, a 5-gallon jug of it in a car and see what happens.
Let's get it.
You know,
You mean be like, yeah,
That's
let me
how
just get a
hillbilly I
detonator.
am. Get 2 10-gallon buckets and frickin' put them in a car and shoot them with a 270. See what happens.
Here's what we gotta do.
Oh.
We gotta get a porta potty, duct tape bottle rockets to the bottom of it, and then put our
smash
tannerite
it up
teddy
in all
bear.
the time you got left.
No,
You have 5 minutes to
put-
smash it up before you got to buy another ticket.
Put the tannerite teddy bear right square in the middle of the porta potty. Tell him farewell, Fido, and then walk
I was
off, light the
thinking
fuse,
Fur-
and watch him fly up into the air and explode.
I was
I am
thinking
very okay with
porta
that.
potty in the middle of nowhere, just use fertilizer and C4 and see what happens.
Yeah. To be honest, though, I'd rather just smash a gritty plush or a gritty pinata, but with a baseball bat.
Was that
And other
episode
stuff.
Y Gritty Y?
Yeah, that's one.
Okay, yeah, I see it. I saw it and I was just like, and I passed it.
Philadelphia, why did you do this?
I'll tell you why. Because we wanted the Flyers main fanatic and the gritty team.
Well, y'all could have chosen
I
a
don't
better
even know the
mascot.
sports team. I just know the Eagles. Oh wait, the Flyers.
Wow.
Yeah, they're the Flyers, and then the Phillies. Wait, is it the Phillies?
Baseball.
I don't know my baseball team. Okay,
Can I-
it's
Can
just
I
the
smash
Phillies,
the
right?
flat screen TV?
I think I'm a bad
Yeah,
Philadelphian.
Pennsylvania has 2 teams. Flyers are in Philadelphia, and the Pirates are in.
It's like
Pittsburgh.
Rage Room. Can
Yeah,
I
we don't-
smash it?
We don't talk about them because they're on the other side of Alabama.
I was thinking, Rage Room. Can I smash the TV?
Yeah, you got $30.
Yeah. Oh,
The
and guess
son
what?
of
If
a-
you want snacks, you can pay more. Like $14 for 24 ounces of beer, 6
You
for a
want-
hot dog, and a lot, and like $13 for like a meatless burger.
Want to pay?
Smash the
So
TV.
red?
You want a $10 Miller
Red
Lite?
TV.
That you want a $10 can of beer. That's
Yeah.
that's Sports Stadiums 101. Mark it
Or
up
how about a-
900%.
How about a $20 bucket of fries and cheese from Chicky and Pete's?
All right, Jolt.
Yeah.
He just freaked me out just now because get the meatless burger. So let me see. Is this like made out of soy? And you can, for $20, you can pay someone else to beat up the things?
Of course, it's soy because it's for the soy boy.
Well, let's pay someone else to beat up the things because
I-
we've been eating soy and we can't do it.
I keep forgetting I'm out of beer.
You know, it just reminds me of like that that scene in SpongeBob where like Pearl removes the patty and like the condiments and just has like the lettuce. She's like, yeah, that's a Krabby Patty. She like removes everything from it and it's like that's all that's left.
Oh, that's blasphemy.
Fine.
Meat, and you're like a meatless burger. What, like just the buns? Like what are they talking about?
The thing is that people don't understand that yes, meatless burgers may get rid of a tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of the cattle industry. The problem is that the soy production probably produces more harmful things to the environment and reduces the water table in a large area than what would happen with cows.
Yeah, I really don't care about that. I just like a real burger.
Yes,
Like
give
most
me
normal people.
meat. I
Too
like
bad you gotta have to pay for
I
a meat
like
tax on that one.
hamburger.
Yep.
Well, that's why I raise my own cows. Screw you, government.
Well, that's my
I-
theory. My theory about the since we're talking about environment stuff, my theory about that dang thing, people complain about Antarctica all the time
off
about
track.
the heat.
But
I was like,
yeah,
you know what? My theory on that is basically the ice walls that are right next to the ocean are getting so heavy they just break.
dude. I don't know where you're going with this, but
That's a deep rabbit trail.
I am
Yeah.
willing to try lab meat. In
But
all
yeah.
seriousness.
But yes,
I would
imagine,
rather
honestly,
get paid $10 to eat a meatless hamburger
yeah,
Yeah.
honestly,
rather
though,
than pay $10.
yeah, it's for the soys. Like they need the meat burger to give them the energy to freaking rage in the rage room.
What the fuck?
I would honestly like to watch a soy boy try and kill a pinata because they probably wouldn't even break it.
Anyway, there's also one last thing to get back to China and Philadelphia. Voltage, have you heard what Philadelphia did?
They're taxing soda a lot. I know that.
Not that. But they just
Uh,
raised China's flag at City Hall.
What?
Can I get?
How does that celebrate diversity? Is this like
I'm.
okay? I think I understand what happens. What happened? They thought they thought they were pulling a supernova move, but in fact their brain just collapsed into a neutron star.
Yeah, Philadelphia raised the flag of China at City Hall last week to honor the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of
Why?
Founding? You mean revolt?
Yeah, 1949.
Fucking-
Why the what? Why?
That fucking. See, I'm across the Delaware River in South Jersey, and I am, for the first time, actually happy I am in Jersey, which really hurts to say because I hate the state. But that Philly is fucked. I'm convinced now. They have the public defendant as the attorney, the general attorney, or whatever, the general prosecutor's office, the prosecutor's office. The public defendant in charge of that. They're refusing to convict any drug charges. Period. So,
To me,
that
it's
city
like,
is
well,
fucked.
Well, you're not in China. You're in America, so you got to raise the American flag.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's
It's nothing but it was an exercise, in either.
They were preparing to surrender to their overlords.
That's
Take
crazy.
down the Confederate flag. Let's take down all the statues and let's raise other things.
See, the thing is that
That's actually
you have to
something-
understand that that's the Virginia battle flag. That's not even the actual Confederate flag.
But
And the
to
battle
them
flag
it
of
is.
Northern Virginia.
Well, that's kind of like
That's
what
exactly why I fly it.
it's
too.
like what China did when they tried. Whatever China did, that was what it was called. That China tried to get rid of their own history back in the day.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
they were always perfect communists, even though they're a republic.
America is trying to do that with the Confederate flag as well as
And the
Confederate
monuments.
monuments and
Well, yeah,
some-
you know what happens when you don't teach history? It
Some-
repeats
some-
itself.
Some idiots are saying that we should get rid of the Mount Rushmore, even though ask them, but where is Mount Rushmore? They'll be like, I don't know.
Well, yeah,
Montany, isn't it?
it's full of white cis males. They're toxic and they're masculine.
You know, it only took
They don't- yeah, 'cause the left
40
that-
more presidents to get to a
Because the far left that wants to get rid of Mount Rushmore has no idea where Mount Rushmore is.
They don't have any idea on what they're actually even doing, it's kind of just let them eat themselves.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but in closing, that's pretty much them out of touch to America.
You ask
American
one of
people,
them, and one of them would be
everything
like,
else.
Louisiana. There's that. No, you idiot.
Anyway, since this is kind of where we're at now, I think this is pretty much all the time we've got on the show.
Ah,
Yeah, I know I'd
Oh,
love to keep
no.
this guys rambling. Keep you guys rambling.
keep our rambling going.
I wish. But I gotta work on time and I make sure it's easy to listen to. And and maybe after this you can keep your rambling going. But
It's
hey,
always easy to listen to when I'm here.
Yeah.
alright, that's why I keep you on. That's why I keep you on.
Oh God.
Anyway,
Without the
guys,
glue.
who's got any kind of closing statements? Because I know freaking
I'm still out of beer.
Yeah.
That's his
Well,
closing statement.
All right, guys. On a more unfortunate note, we did receive news that one of our members has recently passed away. By the name of Sapphire. She was very close with some of our members, and she will be greatly missed.
Yes, I found out about this news not too long, a couple of hours ago, and indeed, yes, it was a tragic thing to wake up to. She passed away unfortunately due to what was it?
It was a motor accident. She was a passerby crossing the street when she was hit by an accident she had nothing to do with. She
Yes.
was 22 years old and a young mother.
Yeah, she had a child not too long ago, and well, I didn't see her a lot. She popped up in chat every now and again, and I've spoken to her a few times. I know I never did get to know her personally, but there are those in the group who do, especially around the Michigan area.
Mm.
But yes, we do. But yes, but here in the Furry Raiders, we remember those who have departed, and for that, we wish to see we wish to see her in the life beyond. Let us have a moment of silence.
May she rest in peace.
Indeed. Yeah, it's very unfortunate when these things come, but alas, this is to my knowledge, this is the second at least in my time, to my knowledge, this is the second death that the Furry Raiders has known within our circle.
Yeah, and both of them happen to be vehicle-related incidents. Scary.
Indeed.
Scary stuff.
So please, when you're out there, on the road, whether or not you're either stuck out in a highway or just basically crossing on the road, do be out there. Be safe and be vigilant.
Look both ways.
But at times, there are just I wish.
Yeah,
I didn't
also
say
look-
this.
Yeah, but also look both ways.
I wish I didn't have to say this.
I
but
mean,
there are-
sometimes it might not even be that. It's just someone might come up out of nowhere. You
Yeah,
just
right.
have to be incredibly vigilant.
there are times that we just you just do not see coming, and it.
No, you can prepare for these kind of things, but what we can do is be there for our friends and those who knew her. Offer support, prayers, anything you can.
If you're the one crossing the road, like Sparky just said, make sure that you're aware of where people are and stuff like that. You can never be too careful. Sometimes it happens, and it's very sad and somber. But if you're the one behind the wheel, put down the cell phone, guys. It's not that important. It could wait.
I know she leaves behind a young child, and
Yeah, it's rough.
yeah. But alas, in that sense, though, that we shall not forget her memory. But aside from that, though, I know I didn't want to end this on a sour note, but yeah, thank you guys for being here with us. Thank you guys for listening in. I wish I didn't have to be the bringer of bad news at this hour, but it was so sudden and it had to be done. And and just to kind of conclude it all, as this is all the time I have left, I just like to say, yeah, all of our episodes will be here as well: YouTube, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, Stitcher, more and so on. And thanks once again to our hosts. Thanks for being with me. It's a pleasure to have you on. For all times, through good, through bad, to the serious and the funny. So thank you. And with that note, I'd like to close this episode off. This is us signing off. Farewell, and until next time.